Hi, my name's Artie Werhan. I'm the manager of the museum's Celeste Bartos Film Preservation Center. We opened in 1996. We wanted to be the first of the film archives in the United States to store our film collection at lower temperatures and humidities to extend their life range. We cut it off at 35 degrees, which still gives us a very long time. 400 to 700 years is a long time.
Celluloid, unfortunately, is not the world's strongest material. Therefore, motion picture film must be handled with care to protect it from damage. You see what I mean?
The thing about film is those cellulose-based or wood-based, tree-based, almost like a living thing. We used to like to say film breathes, and that it does give off and take in humidity. So you want to minimize that as best you can. So I'm going to give you a tour. We'll just briefly go into our shipping area because that's where all the films come in.
Let's take another example. Care must be taken to protect film in transit. Here's a strong fiber box.
We have a room over here that contains the script collection for the Film Study Center.
It's like a giant Rolodex. No, some of these are a little older and that's probably an original from RKO
Right,
Pictures. Which is 2 tickets to Broadway. Really typed.
Now when films come in from outside sources, if they've already been in the collection already, they can go out through these double doors and into the conditioning room and directly into the vault. If it's new material, they have to come into the workroom to be accessioned. This is where the films actually get inspected. So most of the physical information about a film gets put into the database from here, and then it goes into our conditioning vault. So you must go through the conditioning vault to get into any of the other vaults. What we're doing is acclimating the collection so nothing gets shocked. We don't have any rapid or sudden changes in temperature or humidity. Most importantly, we don't get condensation in the cans from changes in humidity. But if you come out into the hallway, I can show you the concept of the building is a building within a building. The hallway acts as a 55-degree shell around and over the vaults. The 55-degree corridor gives us a buffer from the 100-degree change in temperature over the course of a year outside. There's insulation in the walls and in the ceiling and in the floor so that if the vaults do go out, we have very little temperature change until the machines can get fixed. So I'm going to take you in and show you a couple of typical vaults now. This is a typical black and white print vault. We went with mobile shelving to maximize our storage space. There's only one aisle, and you just open the aisle. And even though I'm moving, literally, tons of film, it's quite easy. We store our collection on cores in film cans. This is a 45-degree vault. So prints are more or less, black and white prints anyway, and soundtracks and things of that nature are stored in this way on flat shelving. I'm going to show you something entirely different that we do with preprint material, meaning black and white and color negatives, fine grain masters, and color prints. So come on in again. This is a typical negative vault. In addition to acetate decomposition with color prints, we also have a problem in color fading because of the dyes they used. By storing them at 35 degrees, we're helping to arrest that color fading. Every single can sits on its own shelf, and we maximize the airflow around those cans to pull off any off-gassing. A while back, we got the Andy Warhol collection in collaboration with the Whitney. We are now responsible for the preservation of the Warhol films. With that, I'd like to show you some of that. Some of the original materials we left in the original cans as they came from Andy Warhol's factory. The cans are just as they came from the factory. Of course, the materials have gone out to laboratories, and we've copied them and preserved them and made preservation negatives and protection materials for them. But in most cases, we put the originals back in the can, so just simply because they are artifacts of that time. You know what else we have? We have all the Bond films. That's more my thing, you know, yeah. So, conveniently enough, it's open to this, and I didn't plan it. This is the Bond collection.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty good. And now we'll go into the paper poster vault. Custom cabinetry for the unique or rare lithographs posters from the turn of the century and before. Yeah, one sheets and some multi-sheets. Lots and lots of posters.
There are quite a few scrapbooks in the collection. This is an entire scrapbook of Gone with the Wind. You know, an article on any of the actors.
You know, there's correspondence, there's advertising artwork, records,
But a lot
action
of
figures,
yeah, a lot of it
comic books. D.W. Griffith's scrapbook for the Chicago screenings of Intolerance.
With proper care, a 16mm film will give hundreds of good showings.
I feel very fortunate to have got involved in this crazy business from the start, and I love taking care of it. It's just, this has been really the best. I love working with film. Yeah, so that's it.